Let's understand more from our technical experts that how they are approaching this market. And let's welcome Kunal Bothra, Dr. C.K. Narayan and Manas Jaiswal. Dr. Narayan, I'll come to you first. You seem to be, betting more on pharma space. You're bullish on Wockhardt, but you're selling Aurobindo Pharma?
Well, good morning at the outset. Yes, I think it's a small bit of a typo there. I think the recommendation actually should be a short in Auropharma and a long in Indian Bank. So if the typos from my side, I apologize. But the long position I have today is Indian Bank rather than Wockhardt Pharma. Not that I'm bearish on Wockhardt, that aside. But yes, distinctly I am bearish on Aurobindo Pharma for the near term because the stock, which was extremely resilient to any kind of declines, and it's not as though Aurobindo has lagged positive news. It's been only among the few pharma stocks where there has been quite a degree of consistency in terms of the approvals that they keep getting from the US. But nevertheless, the market seems to be wary of all the news and perhaps tired of it too. And it's now aligning Aurobindo along with the rest of the pharma pack. Stock has slipped beneath significant support at 600 and next support is not seen for a good distance. So currently it's slipped down to 580. I think it'll probably continue down a little more. For the day we can have a target at about 565 to 568, so we can initiate with a short position with a stop loss placed at 585. PSU banks have been rallying, and as I have been mentioning often, Indian Bank is the only one that I fancy among them aside from State Bank, but Indian Bank is the one which is a better chart right now. 303 bite in the price range of about 300 to 303, maintaining a tight stop at 297. We don't want to give this PSU banks too much room to breathe because they are in the midst of too much news driven and emotion led trading. So a tight range to buy, a tight stop at 297 and a target somewhere around 310 to 312.
Well, Indian Bank certainly, and I would say this was 1 quarter back that was preferred as one of the stock to invest in PSU for its fundamentals, but even in this correction that stock was not spared and has substantially corrected, showing signs of reversal. We haven't seen any formation of long positions in Indian Bank, but on charts Dr. Narayan feel that the stock has further upside. Kunal, you seem to be quite optimistic on some of the pharma names. Divi's Lab is a buy for you, but why you are selling Bata India? We are seeing now all of a sudden market breadth is aligning towards positivity. You think some of the mid caps would still correct in this market?
Yes, Siddharth, some of the mid caps which have not moved, I think they could stand a better chance to correct because in the rally which you see in the last 3-4 days, both in terms of index as well as in terms of individual stocks, there are some stocks which have failed to provide any sort of momentum, and there seems to be a lack of conviction there, at least looking at the volume patterns and the way the stock has behaved. So maybe these could be the stocks, if you're looking at the index consolidating, these could be the stocks which can try and show one leg of further correction. That's what I'm anticipating on Bata India. I'm suggesting a sell with a target of 686, stop loss at 717. And the second call is about Divi's Lab. Interesting chart. I think after a couple of weeks of consolidation, yesterday the stock managed to close at slightly higher points in terms of swing patterns. Now the key is the narrowing of indicators like Bollinger Bands and breakout in terms of daily MACD and ADX. I think with the indicators showing some positive breakout and yesterday's candlestick pattern quite bullish, I would expect that you could see some bit of momentum coming back into Divi's Lab. So that's a buy. Targets of 1100, stop loss 1040.
Okay, Manas, you are giving more of sell calls. So PFC is a sell for you, and we just spoke about that how in future segment it's adding a lot of short positions. But my question to you is it not into oversold zone? That's point number one. And Tata Steel also is a short for you. Here we haven't seen any major action in last 2-3 trading sessions. Bounce back was not supported by long positions. But you think positionally it is still a weak stock?
Good morning, everyone. See, Siddharth, in Tata Steel, the trend is clearly bearish. It is making lower top and lower bottoms on the chart. Few days back, it fell below its 200 moving average on a weekly chart. It has already broken the neckline of head and shoulder pattern. Yes, we have seen some recovery in last 2 trading sessions, but again, yesterday we have seen some selling pressure on high levels. So I think here the trend is negative. The possibility is high that the stock can again test 600 mark. So here one can create short position with a stop loss of 631. And in PFC, I think here the trend is weak. I understand we have already seen a big crack in PFC. But again, if you're talking about the positional target, I think the target comes near to 75 rupees or 78 rupees. So I'm still bearish on PFC. Here the trend is negative. So I would like to go short at current levels, keep the stop loss above 89 rupees. I think the immediate term target is around 82 rupees.